Storm Watch 12 weather on News Watch 12.
Well, it sure was a cool, cloudy, and gloomy day throughout the entire region. We had clouds throughout the morning hours that kind of lingered a bit longer, especially in some areas. For example, Grants Pass, because you only made it to 45 today. We weren't much warmer in Medford, only at 49, but just a lot of 40s on the map. Mid to high 40s east side, down into Siskiyou County on the bottom side of 50 degrees at 48 in Montague, 50 though in Mount Shasta City, a little bit milder in Brookings at 54 degrees. Now we do have some showers in the vicinity as they make it east the Cascades. They're not really doing a whole lot. They're kind of showing up on a radar, but they're probably not even reaching the ground at this particular point. There are a few showers here into the Rogue Valley, more showers offshore over through Brookings, but you've had some showers going through Brookings throughout the evening hours. Now we do have a little bit more development to our southwest that'll kind of keep the showers in the vicinity for tonight, and then eventually they'll fall apart as we go through tonight and into tomorrow as well. Now in terms of rainfall totals so far, they've only picked up a couple hundredths of an inch so far along the Oregon coast, and we're not going to really see a whole lot of rain as we go through tonight and into early tomorrow as well. We might see up to a quarter of an inch along the Oregon coast, but for most of us, we're just going to be looking at hundredths of an inch of rain, so just not very much, just enough to kind of make a mess of your car, and that's really about it. But we're going to be looking at cloud cover throughout the nighttime hours tonight. Now, especially if we can get any clearing at all tonight, that'll enhance the risk for seeing fog tonight. We won't be freezing fog, which is good news as opposed to what we saw earlier this morning, but we're going to still see plenty of clouds and fog in the morning. Now, once we get into the afternoon, we're going to see filtered sunshine throughout the day. It's kind of a dirty ridge of high pressure as most of the activity is just to our north, but not enough to get us like really nice weather, but it's still going to be dry for the most part. Now, once we get towards Saturday, we're going to be looking at the chance of showers along the Oregon coast, but inland, it's going to be just dry throughout the entire region. But again, a lot of clouds throughout the region. And that's because high pressure is going to hold on, but it's going to barely hold on. It's going to struggle to really kind of set itself in stone, but it'll shift off towards the east as we get into early next week. And then we're going to be looking at a stormy pattern as a couple areas of low pressure dig offshore and keep us into a southwesterly flow. Now, this particular scenario, there's a couple different model disagreements in some ways, and what we're going to be looking at is a potential for some heavy rain at least into northern California. That could also shift down to the south or shift up to the north throughout the latter part of next week. So we'll keep an eye on that in the days to come. Now, in terms of precipitation forecast for the next 5 days, a decent amount of rain is expected for the west coast, but the best chance for us staying dry into the Rogue Valley Saturday and Sunday, but most of the activity should actually stay along the Oregon coast. And then we get toward Monday and Tuesday, and that's where the rain will really start to pick up, especially into northern California. Not expecting much snow tonight except for Crater Lake. 1 to 3 inches will be possible, but very light amounts for any other higher locations. Now, this visibility forecast is showing fog up towards the north. It's not really doing a great job of showing what we could be looking at here in the Rogue Valley, but it is possible that we could be looking at that for tonight. Forecast low of 41 in Medford, 47 in Brookings, freezing mark for both Yreka and Mount Shasta. Tomorrow we'll start off with temperatures into the 40s, but we'll make it into the 50s later in the day. 50 out in Lakeview, 55 in Yreka and Medford. So here's your forecast for the Oregon coast. We'll be in the upper 50s to low 60s for the next several days. The driest day will be Friday and Sunday. For Northern California, we'll be in the upper 50s to low 60s, but stays dry at least through Sunday before we could see some rain later in the day on Monday. Klamath Basin, same kind of scenario, although you could be looking at fog the next couple of mornings, but by the time we get to next week, fog will be a thing of the past. And for the Cascades, a little bit of some snow up towards Crater Lake. Other than that, kind of cool temperatures, but we could be looking at more rain and snow as we get towards next week. And the Rogue Valley will be between about 55 to 60 for the next couple of days. Pretty nice weather overall, especially for Veterans Day.